Thought I'd make this quick video here before I go to work tonight. Yesterday was the first presidential debate between President Trump and Joe Biden. Um, Basically, it was a 2-on-1. The moderator was clearly on Biden's side. Um, here's the thing. Here's the thing. They're saying that President Trump would not condemn the racist militias at these riots or their peaceful protests with the bonfires. Anyway, let's get into the way that the media and the liberals want to twist terms. First of all, militia. We've been using this word militia for some time now. A militia is actually one of two things. It's basically a body raised by the government from the civilian population for the common defense. Or, in another characteristic, it is a body raised from the civilians in opposition to the government. Okay? In opposition to the government. They're not malicious. Okay? Now, just listen about this AOC, this dingbat who was elected in a area in New York, I think it was New York, where all you had to do was have a D behind your name. You could be Mickey Mouse and have a D behind your name and you get elected where she was from. Because she's stupid. Okay? She's an idiot. That being said, she comes out and says that we're condemning Trump because he will not condemn the racist militias at these riots. Well, let's go with a couple of things. First of all, they're not militias. All right. You're using the wrong word, you idiot. What they are falls under the classic definition of a posse. Okay? And now a posse is normally a group from the civilians that are formed to enforce the law under a sheriff, but a posse also, the Latin term, posse comitatus, is a group of people who come together in order to act in self-defense or enforcement of the law. Now that can be in spite of whether the local law enforcement chooses or can act. Okay, the fact of the matter is, if the law enforcement refuses to act, and that is the case in a lot of these places, then the people come together and act on their own in their mutual self-defense. That is a posse. That's not a militia. Get your terms straight. Stop listening to the damned news. Second of all, racist. Where do you come up with the term racist? You assume that if they are trying to stop these riots, this destruction, that they are racists. You just throw that label on them, make everybody, as soon as they say the word racist, it's the magical word for universal condemnation. It is also complete bullshit. Okay? It is. Not racist. They are a posse that come together for the common defense. Okay? To enforce laws where the government cannot or will not. We're just supposed to lay down and let these people come in and loot and burn and do whatever they want because, well, we might be called racist if we don't. And here's the thing, the kids shot these 3 guys, they're all white. That's just good, yeah. In fact, everybody I see getting arrested, most of them are white. So we're going to go with the racist so we can throw a label on you, yeah. And the media is going to say this, and the Democrats are going to say this, and you are supposed to blindly accept that. No, I don't accept anything they say. Prove it to me that they are racially motivated. Prove it to me. Prove it to me that they are not motivated by self-protection protection and defense, they are motivated by race. You can't prove it. You don't know it. You just want to say it to throw the political, to try to get the political people's minds focused on this false, gaslighted fact. It's false. Now, the fact of the matter is people come together, and government won't act. People come together in their mutual self-defense. Okay, I support that 100%. 100%. Okay. Now you're talking about what peaceful protesters. Let's go to this peaceful protesters, which the Democrats have been saying for a long time, which is just crap. Okay. The fact of the matter is, the bulk of the protesters are, in fact, not damaging things. That is true. But basically, what you have an ocean of protesters, okay, that has sharks in it. The sharks that come into the ocean, okay, and what happens is the sharks come out, they attack, they do their damage, and then they sink back into the ocean in order to hide, so they're hard to identify and everything, okay, and that's basically what's happened. And the percentage of people who are actually out doing the looting and burning are not the super high percentage of the people that are actually there. Some of these things that they're planning on doing, and there is a lot of them. Okay, and quite often what happens is there's a lot of people on the edge. A lot of people that are on the edge of mayhem, just kind of sitting on the edge. They won't really initiate it themselves. But once the sharks come out and start attacking, let's get in on this feeding frenzy. Okay? The hesitation is removed because somebody else has already initiated the action. Okay? So, yeah, I mean, the politicizing of this is just crazy, and the people accepting what these politicians and these Democrats are saying out of hand without really analyzing it, just because it says it on the boob tube. Maybe you shouldn't vote. Maybe you ain't smart enough to vote. I mean, don't accept what other people say. And I don't really care about who cares about what I'm saying right now. I could give a shit less. Okay? All right? The fact of the matter is, these are not militias. They are not racist. They are not racially motivated. Okay? And that's just a fact. And prove to me otherwise. Prove to me that these people that are standing out there defending these businesses and defending people have a racial motivation. You can't. You can't prove it. And if you're going to be the accuser, you have to have the proof. And you don't. You twist the situation around in your head so that you make, I think that's true. You're full of crap. It doesn't fly. Okay? And that's it. I'd rather these protests not be going on. I'd rather the protests be peaceful. March down the street. Say your piece. Don't loot and burn. And I'm going to tell you something. Here's another thing, though. The crowds of the otherwise peaceful protesters, a lot of them know who the ones doing the mayhem are, and they protect them. They become the ocean that envelops them for safety. Okay? If you want to be a responsible protester, you want this to be a peaceful protester, you need to identify the people causing the mayhem, the people causing the fires, the people doing the damage, the people killing other people. You need to identify them and turn them in. Don't passively support them. Okay? Because, I know who it was. I would never do that myself. But, we're not going to tell anybody who the guilty party is. That's wrong. And when you do that, you assume responsibility. You are acting in support. You are aiding and abetting. Okay? And that's just the way it is. So, these twists are thrown in here. Um, if you're defending people, you must be a racist. If I'm keeping you from burning down buildings, hurting people, killing people, you must be a racist. Give me a break already, people. Come on. Anybody doesn't see right through that is deliberately blinded themselves. Okay? So that's what I got to say about that. You know, um, you come into somebody's town and then people stand up, the people themselves stand up and say, we're going to defend our town. We're going to defend our businesses in our town. We're going to defend our citizens in our town. Okay? And you want to label them racist because, hey, I don't want Mary over here to get killed because somebody dragged her out of her car and killed her. You know? If I stop that, somebody's going to call me a racist. Or I don't want Drug Mart over here to get burned to the ground. And if I move, but I'm afraid if I move to stop somebody from burning Drug Mart to the ground or burning my house to the ground, I must be a racist. I need to stand back and let them express themselves. Screw that shit. Okay? Screw that shit. So that's what it is. It's all this political crap, and this twisting of terms and this ability that the media has. For a lot of you people that are listening to this, actually, the ability the media has to attach labels, whether they are warranted or not, just for political ends. Okay. So, and by the way, get to see what you're going to get if you vote for Biden. Okay, you're actually getting Kamala Harris. Okay, Biden's just a toothless dog here. Okay, so you're getting a radical leftist who hates America and will tear America down and turn it into the supposed first socialist utopia. Well, the fact of the matter is, socialism is communism. That's just the way it is. And the fact of the matter is, there has never been, nor will there ever be, a socialist utopia. Okay? Capitalism works. Socialism doesn't. Proven throughout history. Also proven that it's extraordinarily dangerous. Okay, I'm getting a little bit rambling here away from my original subject, but that's what I think.